Oh, here we go. Definitely in my top 10 movies ever made. It's another movie I didn't know Criterion had put out until I saw it in a store. Pandoras Box. This is in my top 10, easy. Louise Brooks, the sexiest woman ever to have walked the face of the earth. Sorry, but it's that is just the way it is. My wife and I actually went to a photography exhibit at the New York Photography Museum, something like that. And all it was blown up stills from the original 35mm print of Pandora's Box. And it's amazing looking at these stills because they look like photographs. They don't look like stills from movies. They're so beautifully lit and composed. They look like still photos. And as we were leaving, we went to the gift shop, and I saw this on the shelf for sale. And I flipped. You know, I was like, oh my god, I didn't know Pandora's Box was on Criterion. This is another one. If this comes out on Blu-ray, I'm going to have no choice but to buy it. But this packaging is great. And I think even if it does come out on Blu-ray, I'm probably going to end up keeping this copy too, just because it's so beautiful. It's I love this movie. It's friggin' great movie. And then this is one I thought I was going to have to pay through the nose for. Peeping Tom. There's another one. My wife and I watched this on Netflix. We both thought it was fantastic. I found out that it was out of print. One day on a whim, I just decided to check Amazon for it, and it was on Amazon for sale for $20. So I said, what the hell, why not? So I bought it. And it's a great movie. Another one, if it comes out on Blu-ray, I'm going to have to replace it, but I just, it's a movie I think every cinephile should own. Really good thriller. Just a really just a terrific movie. Lot going on in this movie. It's kind of hard to dissect, although I've read plenty of writers' work who've tried. And sorry to say, my only Kurosawa Criterion is Rashomon. It's a good one to have, but I don't have anything else yet. Seven Samurai Blu-ray is definitely on my list of things to get soon. Although the Kurosawa, 50 films or 25 films by Kurosawa box set, that's something I would love to have. But no, this is a great movie. And terrific obscure joke of The Simpsons once, for cinephiles only, is when Marge says something like, "This is just like that time that we went to see Rashomon," and Homer says, "I don't remember it that way." This is a great movie. And then another Michael Powell movie, The Red Shoes. I had never seen this. I blind bought this soon after it came out on Blu-ray, basically because I had heard that it was Martin Scorsese and George Romero and several other directors, one of, if not their favorite movie. And I figured I really should see it. And just, again, it was on 50% off. I just went ahead and bought it. And even if the story sucks, even if the acting sucks, it doesn't matter. You just look at the movie. It's so gorgeous to look at. I don't even care what it's about. And I'm usually a substance over style kind of guy, but this is an exception. But the substance is pretty good. But probably the greatest Technicolor movie ever made. Just best use of Technicolor. Just pops out of the screen like 3D. And we go from one of the most beautiful movies ever made, one of the creepiest movies ever made, Repulsion, again on Blu-ray. I was actually disappointed in this movie the first time I saw it because my mom had told me it was the scariest movie she'd ever seen. So I was expecting something like just to blow me out of my chair. But upon subsequent viewings, I have found it to be much more unsettling and creepy. Just the cracks appearing in the walls and the rabbit head and stuff. It's a very perverse movie, and Catherine Deneuve is just creepy as hell. And I before I saw this, I would never imagine that she could be anything but just beautiful. But in this movie, she's probably one of the scariest psychos ever on the screen. And next we go to The Rules of the Game by Jean Renoir, who also made Grand Illusion. I bought this. I'd never seen it, heard of it, but I'd never seen it. Bought this because I got an email from Criterion that it was going out of print in anticipation of the new DVD and Blu Ray coming out. So I figured, why not buy it for however much discount they were giving it. I bought myself a Janus Films mug while I was at it, and I watched it, and it's great. I'd definitely have to watch it again. It's a very hard movie to follow, but I can see how this movie would have influenced a filmmaker like Robert Altman. Just a lot of stuff going on at once, and really good, really funny, really involving movie with a lot of satire. And Salo or Salo. I don't know whether it's Salo or Salo. I've heard it pronounced both ways, but yeah, this is one I had to see when I had heard about it. I heard it was one of the most disturbing movies ever made, which initially is the only reason I wanted to see it, because I'm still into extreme cinema. But it's a great movie. It's this is a movie you have to watch several times just to get past the gag reflex, because it's pretty disgusting. And it takes a few times watching it to get over that shock of seeing some of the stuff that happens in it. But once you get past that and you really watch it for the dialogue and the themes that are all interwoven underneath everything, and you realize what a profound comment on society this is. I always thought this was what Pasolini implied it was, which was an attack on fascism, but I've heard recently that it's more an attack on consumerism and capitalism, and I didn't see how that could be possible, but upon listening to some other YouTubers and writers' arguments, I think that that's starting to be my opinion of this too. So, great movie. Seventh Seal, another movie I saw in film school for the first time. Really, really terrific movie. Probably going to break down and get the relatively new Blu Ray that came out of this. I think it's definitely worth it. I'm a Bergman fan. I haven't seen too many of his movies, but all the ones that I have seen I've very much enjoyed. But this one is great. This is just so macabre and mysterious, and so not much else to say about it. Just a good, solid, fascinating movie.